Hey, this is Spence, and I'm going to share with you how to outsource your business or delegate. And so this is really important if you're doing any type of online business. I'm going to share with you what to do, how to do it, why we should be doing it, and when we should be delegating and outsourcing. So let's go through this right now. Start off with a quote from one of my favorite authors, and this is about delegation. It says, it is the nearest thing to a virtuous circle. Just imagine getting rich while you're helping others to help you get richer and prove their worth in the process. So that's a great way of looking at it. Instead of saying I'm outsourcing or taking advantage of others, they're helping you build your business and they're fulfilling themselves in the same process. So let's start off what to delegate. On the left side of this list, you'll see over here, programming, graphic design, video, audio, transcriptions, data entry. Those are all things that you can easily outsource, easily delegate. If you're not a technical person, which I'm not, I delegate all of my programming. I delegate my graphic design. The videos, I delegate for like video intros. Someone can do After Effects or advanced video editing. Audios is for any type of audio intros on podcasts or whatever those things may be, or just tightening up and cleaning up audio. And then the transcriptions is very obvious. If you're doing an interview, what you can do is you can delegate. If you've done a phone call, interview, webinar, send to a virtual assistant or a service and have them transcribe that for you. And then the data entry, that's very clean and obvious, that can bog you down in your work. Now on the right side of the list, the content creation, support, social media, copywriting, sales, and management, there's an asterisk next to all of those because I think that some of those tasks you need to do at the very beginning of your cycle. So when you're starting your business, when you're learning more about your customers. And the reason why is because you have to understand how they think and you have to really connect with them. And so that's why, doing support at the very beginning of your business, is it the most important, is it the best use of your time? Probably not. But understanding what the problems in your sales cycle are, understanding how your customer thinks, and getting to know that customer is important. And so at the beginning of a sales business, whatever you're doing, support is important, and that's something you should do. Now, quickly you can turn that over and have someone else doing it. Content creation is one of those that, maybe some of us are good at it, some of us aren't. At the beginning of your business, if you can, do it because it helps you understand the market and push forward. Now, as the business matures, you don't need to be doing all the content creation. However, it's good to have your own voice in the marketplace to be unique. Social media, same thing. What you're looking to do is really understand who that audience is and how they interact and how they think. And that's why at the beginning of that sales cycle, you really need to be in there. And same with the copywriting and the sales and the management. Now, the management piece, that's the last on the list. That's probably one of the last things that you're going to actually delegate out. And most of us running solopreneurs or 1 to 10 employee businesses probably will be that manager on the higher level instead of actually going through and farming it out to a CEO or someone like that. So that just gives you an idea. All those things you can outsource and delegate. So then we talk about when to delegate, and really the primary goal is to test the assumption. And what that means is in the shortest amount of time, you want to do whatever it takes to see if the idea is valid. And that's where you find so many people in this limbo land of having a really good idea but not doing anything. And here's the thing. There's warning signs of why a person isn't doing that. And you often hear it in these phrases like, I need a partner before I can start, or I need a software before I can start, or money, I need time, knowledge, whatever those things are. So if you've ever caught yourself saying that, that's a warning sign. And if you ever hear other people saying that, it's a warning sign. And the reason why we do that, partner, software, money, time, knowledge, person, and fill in the blank. The reason why is because we are not willing to take 100% responsibility, and here's the big truth. The reality is we have a fear of failure, and that paralyzes us. And so if you ever catch yourself, realize that there's a fear of failure in there. And so you need to almost train yourself to be looking at failure differently, looking at it as just running tests. And that's why this delegation, outsourcing, you're doing the fastest thing possible to get to that result. So be very conscious of what those warning signs are. So How to Delegate. The first rule, and this, I love this quote, is communicate so that you cannot be misunderstood. I mean, that is just gold right there. Most of us communicate in a way to be understood, and when you're outsourcing, you need to communicate in a way that you cannot be misunderstood. And the way you do that is you know the outcome before you begin. So you clearly have an idea of what it is that you want. Now, do you know all the steps to that? No. But you know the outcome. So you have a clear picture of this is what it should look like. Will that evolve? Will that change? More than likely, yes. But you need to know that before. When I first started delegating and outsourcing in my business, I didn't have clear outcomes. And what happened, and most people don't realize this until you actually get into like the quagmire of it. When you delegate and you're not clear on your outcome when you delegate to someone else, you end up having to do incredible amounts of management. Like you're having to manage even more. And so when you thought you were actually outsourcing, delegating, leveraging your business, you create a new task of managing and clarifying and revising, and it's horrible. So even if you are starting out, make sure that you know what it is you're trying to accomplish. So we're going to go into live video now. I'm going to show you the tools for delegating. I'm going to show you where to delegate, so which websites, and then the final piece is to talk about creating the machine. And creating the machine means creating a more systematic approach to your delegation process, to your outsourcing, because really your business can only grow as well as the systems are in place. And so there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only so many hours in a day that you can work. And unless you have something that's predictable, your business working in a predictable manner, there's only so much that you can do. And that's when you can bring on other people to help out. So right now, I'm going to jump into the live video, and we're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about two tools that I use for my delegation or outsourcing. First tool is Jing, and you can get this at JingSmith. Bring my mouse over here. techsmith.com/Jing. Just go to Google, type in Jing. It's a free tool. You can record videos up to 5 minutes long, share them very easily. You just download the tool right here, and then the tool, you'll notice on the top of my screen, it just says capture. So I come up, and it's very simple. You select the area that you want to capture. So we'll pretend that's the area. And now I can record video. I just click, I can do an image, I can do video, however I want to do that. Because I'm running a different screen capture tool right now, I don't want to start it because it'll probably make everything blow up. My computer will have smoke coming out the sides or something like that. But really, it's that simple. You name your file. If you do capture an image with this, you can actually add annotations and arrows and things like that. I use this all the time for communicating with my employees. Free tool, check it out, you'll love it. Second tool right here, this is a paid tool. It's, I believe, like 29 bucks. It works on Mac or Windows, and it creates killer PDFs. You'll just, you can watch the video, but it's called Clarify, and clarify-it.com. I'm not an affiliate, I don't get paid, but I think it's a killer tool. I have this, and I have the Big Brother tool, which is called Screen Steps. It's considerably more money, but I think Clarify does the job great. Basically, what you do is, you install it on your computer, and you can select the area that you want to screen capture, and then you can write annotations to it and descriptions. Super awesome. So those are two tools that I really suggest, and they have helped me in communicating with all of my team employees. So the next place that we're talking about is where to do your outsourcing. I love Odesk, and the reason why I like Odesk is because the filtration process, and you're getting people that are so they're experienced. So let me give you an example right here. So if I wanted to create a Apple newsstand, so I was actually looking at this last week, an Apple magazine. So we're going to type in newsstand, and so what Odesk is going to do now is it's going to find all the contractors. Jeez, if I could learn how to speak. Now let me show you how I filter. I'm going to be really quick in this process, so you may need to slow the video down. If you have this video, you could, I don't know where we're going to put it. If we make it downloadable, you can use VLC to slow it down. If not, just pause and do whatever the process is. So let me go through, and I'm going to show you exactly how I screen people. So we're going to go through here. These are some of the preferences and things that I like to use whenever I'm rating people. So I start out with 4.5 stars and above. And actually, I'm going to pause it and log into my account so I can get a better filtration. So I'm now logged into my account. and I'm going to show you how I filter. So this is what I do. I want to choose someone that's got 4.5 or 5 stars, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to get the more options. So we're going to come down, hours billed. I want to start out with at least 1,000 hours, just because I want to see where they are. Now, depending on where I am and what's going on, I want to take out anyone that doesn't have a good English level. So I want 5 of 5 on English. And then we come here and we can see independent or agency. For me, that doesn't really matter on this project. Now I've got it down to 12 contractors. We obviously know that I'm getting a higher caliber person because they have 4.5 or 5 stars. They have 1,000 hours, which means they've got a lot of work on here, and they've maintained a pretty good feedback level. So now I can go through and I can search through these people. You can see if I take that off, if I go any score and we have 12, I just bumped that up to 14. And if I take the 5 of 5 away, and that's probably a bad example because this is smaller, but the less that you do on filtering, the more candidates that you have. I've done this for virtual assistants, graphic designer, whatever it may be. And then you can really go through and filter out who the best candidate would be and then save them or contact them, create the job. So that's my filtration process. When I'm looking at people, I like to find someone that communicates very clear. You can see right here, and I probably should do a follow-up video about who this person is. But let's go through, whenever I'm looking at a person's profile, you see all these things right here? That's a lot of different abilities and tasks. So maybe they're good. It's very rare to find someone, like if we're talking about programming, to find someone that's a good programmer and a good designer. So we'll go through all this, and all of these are, these are all program related. I'm just burning through it fast. But you can see development, and it doesn't look like graphic design, so it's probably more legit. But try and find someone that's more specific than someone that's an all-in-one. Unless you're looking for like an administrative assistant that can do data entry, transcriptions, and basic HTML or things like that. Next place that I like to outsource is Fiverr, and I use Fiverr for outsourcing like smaller tasks. So things like voiceovers. Fiverr's great for doing voiceovers. It's great for doing After Effects, like video, like the graphics for the beginning of videos, other things like that. So we'll see, and you can also go through and filter. So I'm going to go to right here. So music and audio, and we've got voiceover. I know it's on this one here. Narration and voiceover. Okay. So now that we've got narration and voiceover, again, what we're going to do is we're going to find the best. So we're going to go rating, and we're going to filter through that process, if my computer is fast enough. So here we go. We're going to go rating, and then you'll see that there's top rated. And I have, see this girl right here, Lineas88. I have sent her so many gigs. She is awesome. So that's one person that I would mention using for a voiceover. Killer work. But if you find people that have top rated, again, it's kind of like your Odesk, the filtration process by other people's ratings, just like when you're purchasing something on Amazon. Now the last place that I want to show you for outsourcing is on Craigslist, and there's a couple other websites that you can use, but I just want to narrow this down. This is something that the quality, the level of quality of person you're going to get is going to be a lot lower on this website if you're searching through the Craigslist of Philippines. The Philippines are great. I have employees in the Philippines, awesome workers, very talented people. The reason why the lower quality here is because there's no filtration process. It's something manually that you have to go through. But this link, geo.craigslist.com or .org/iso/ph. That's a place where you can look as well. But honestly, for most of the tasks, if you're doing small transcription, if you're doing you want a Facebook cover image, ebook covers, video intros, anytime, voiceover, I go to Fiverr. I think this stuff's awesome. I'm constantly hiring gigs there. If it's more specific, like it's programming, higher end graphic design, virtual assistant, UX, UI, stuff like that, Odesk is your place to go. So now we've covered a lot of things about delegation. So the pieces that I've shared with you of how to do it, the tools to use, when to do it, and where to go, you now have. And with all of this, use it in your business so that you can grow. Remember that you're testing those assumptions, and you want to outsource as fast as you can in your business so that you can start getting results. If you don't use outsourcing and you're trying to learn graphic design so that you can grow your business, you're just wasting time. So stop doing it. Or just like if you in your mind believe that you have to learn graphic design to do the business, then get out of the business. I mean, just straight up, that's how it is. Like, you shouldn't be doing it. If you're not a programmer and you're trying to program and you think that that's what you have to do before you start your business, then you need to quit now. You're just going to waste your time. It's not worth it. Should you learn that over time? Sure, if that's something that you want to do. But really the goal is to test your assumption. So if you have any of those excuses, then my suggestion is you either get over it or you quit your business. So it's one of those two things. But it's a disservice to you and to anyone else around you to imagine that you're going to do things like that. So there's my little injection of get over fear or get out of the business. And hopefully this helps you out with your delegation and growing your business so that you create a system and continue to grow. I think I've talked really fast on this video, so I'm done now. And if you have any questions, comment below or comment in the video, email, however you will receive this, and let us know. Thanks, bye.